FlossTube. This is Barb with Lost and Floss. Welcome to my winter wonderland. I just couldn't resist showing this background for the beginning intro part of my video. Today is November 18th, 2024, and this is video 100. That's a Wisconsin thing, I think. 118. 100. We used there. Oh, I'm going to get off the tangent right away. But there was when we were young, there was a major highway that people would drive up and down in the Milwaukee area. Highway 100. It wasn't 100. Highway 100. So, anyways, I'm really digressing already. But so said the date, said the video. This is going on outside, and I can't help but think it's because I'm in the midst of my decorating for Christmas. Now, I used to have fall events, and I don't do that anymore. So it allows me to make a terrible mess this week and just get all my Christmas stuff out and spread it all around and be inspired. I feel like I try to change things up so that, probably the pieces are always in the living room versus family room, but I try to change it at least a little bit. Plus, I have new things I'm adding every year, right? So, but I'm just wondering, have to ask this right off the bat. So, are you team turkey? Or are you team Santa? And I'm kind of both. Because I don't have Thanksgiving ever, I feel like I speed right into Christmas early. And maybe because it takes me so long, I have so many decorations to put up. But I found that if I do it early, then it gives me just so much more time to do the extra things for Christmas or extra getting together with people and that sort of thing. So, it's what I've adapted a couple times now. I remember in the past, I used to be like, oh, if I have my decorations up for December 1st, I'm really doing well. But I see a lot of you out there with me, so I don't think I'm, that far off. And I understand, like, if I was having Thanksgiving at my house, there'd be no way I'd decorate for Christmas before that. And it does make me nostalgic. I have some Thanksgiving decorations I've made that I probably haven't had out in a couple years. And so it makes me sad not to see them. I always kid when I get out my ornaments. I open up the boxes, many, and say, hello, old friends. Just in that voice. And I've told that story before, so not totally wacky. But anyways, I feel like it's been a while since I recorded like a regular, and why am I doing that? Stop. Since I recorded a regular video, I'll just use my voice intonation to indicate that it's kind of weird. But I've been stitching quite a bit these last couple weeks, and I've had some good progress to show. I feel like I don't have as many easy, quick projects going on that are instantly done, but that's okay. I have a couple that I'm hoping to get done this year. But anyways, I'm starting to do chit chat. Usually I save chit chat for the end. So there'll be more of it there. And I always forget to say hi to new subscribers and, howdy. Hello to all the old subscribers. It just brings me back to in my high school years. I don't know why we started saying this, but be like, howdy to your face. So it's so weird. Anyways, let me get back on tangent. Can you tell that I've had a little bit of caffeine this morning? I'm going to share with you my thrift store finds, and then I will move locations for the rest of the video. So, I guess before I go any further, I'm going to show you some presents I got. My friend Lisa, I always finish her ornaments for her for Christmas, and so she got this beautiful Stacy Nash primitives to my friend Pin Keep project with all the stuff ready to go, and also this wool pansy pin cushion. So I'll have fun doing those projects. And then this Annie B's chart came from Annie B's Harvest Moon. I've been wanting to stitch this, and I am going to kit this up so it's ready to go. Maybe just put a couple stitches in it, and maybe I'll do that on Thanksgiving as a thank you, a thank you to the wonderful friends I have in this cross stitch community. And also, I will insert a picture here of a little Stitcher care package I received from my friend Donna, this She Shack Stitcher. We were together at retreat, and just she's so funny, and just she gets me and my sense of humor. So she sent me this care package, and I love all the items. She knows I like the coffee she always brings on retreat, so she sent some of that, and the hoops, the spring-loaded hoops. I was just like in heaven. I couldn't believe how many she sent me. So now I think I'll be able to I don't leave my items in the hoop. That's what I like about them. It's so easy to take stuff in and out. But I could leave it in the project bag. So that was great. And the little tongs, because we laughed about, I had commented about how much less snacking I do, because I don't want to get my hands dirty and then have to go wash them and start all over again. So she sent me a supply of tongs, which, awesome. So she's hysterical. I know a number of people say, make new videos, Donna. But she's a busy woman. She's got a lot on her plate. So maybe she'll get back to it when she can. All right, on to thrift. I just picked up because I thought this would be good to have on my cutting table. This little cutting mat, a small one, so I could tuck it in very easily. And then there were some cute. I bought this book at a thrift store, and it might be hard to see, but I think there'd be some cute ornaments in here, especially like that Santa. And you can really make some of these things current by just changing the colors or not doing all the outlining or whatever. So I thought there were things in there that I might stitch. And then I also got this other book, and I'm looking at that little house. I'm not wild about the chimneys. I'd probably do something a little different, but the rest of it is darn sweet. And that wreath I love. Let me see if there's anything else or any bigger. Oh, here's some cute reindeer. And let's see. I don't want to show the chart on these. Okay, the house, the wreath I showed. Oh, this Noel is kind of pretty. And I think that's about it. But, oh, even this is cute with the hearts. Little tree. You know, definitely more of a vintagey book. I don't know what year this is from. It's a leisure arts book. Well, I always look at the hairstyles of the people, you know, like the people writing the books. That kind of gives you a good idea of when it's from. I don't know. Without having my, here. 2011. So I guess that's not that far off. But some cute things in this one. And then this was a frame that I saw in a thrift shop up north. It had a partner to it, but that one was pretty banged up. This one will just look like vintagey chic. But won't this be, well, I measured it to make sure. I'll have to cut it down. But won't this be great for Dasher and Dancer? Just that color, I think, will be perfect. I hope so, at least. It's funny when you look at the back. I mean, obviously, this has been through some wear and tear, but you know, you can tell it's a solid wood frame. So I think we might have to cut it down a little bit, but I think that'll be perfect. I think now I will go over to my other spot so that I can't tell, like I may be pretty washed out, but yeah, I'll show you just quickly while we're here. Make this go up. I know you can mostly see my soffit, unfortunately, but this is the window with the lights. And then down below, get my chair out of the way. And then I just have those crystal trees. It's so pretty out there. I hope I didn't, Oh, wait a second. Oh, I forgot to talk about something else, but I'll talk about it next location. Chit chat. I'm just going to save for the end, but this will be kind of pieced together. I wasn't sure how the white background was showing up. Sometimes that doesn't work so well with that behind you. But I'm sitting in front of my Prairie Schooler tree. There. Until I get more of them stitched. I think I currently have 7. And I have at least 2 more. No, I have more than that. I have at least 3 more ready to finish. Until then, I've added on like vintagey looking Santas. We have some rusty jingle bells. These twiny bells, I think, kind of fit the rustic nature. I've got some cardboard deer heads, some snowflake glass ornament bulbs, rusty stars that I put on. And just like I picked out some of my Santa-y ornaments that eventually they'll move back to the regular tree. And then there's a lot of ornaments from my craft fair days that I stuck on there. This guy is one of those. And so I think looks really cute and doesn't look too sparse. The tree itself was one that when my mom moved into her flat, then her old tree didn't work, and so we went shopping for this tall tree. So not only does that, I love being able to tuck it into a corner. It doesn't take up much space, but it's just a reminder of her and how she made Christmas so special for our family. And I think because of that, we're all kind of Christmas crazy. Well, my youngest sister not so. No, really. Oh, I would say, oh no, maybe the middle children. Yeah, that's it. The middle children are. It's not that the oldest and youngest don't decorate, but they decorate like normal people. So anyways, you know, it's not just decorations that make the warmth of a season or a family, but it's just, you know, doing special things for people. Okay, now back on target. I always, well, for the last probably 3-4 years, in November, Anne, who started off being Leanne's quilty friend, and I go shopping. We've gone to Country Sampler most often, but last year we went to Primitive Gatherings because I had never been there. And we just spend the day and go out to lunch and shop at a little quilt store on the way back. And it's funny because we have so much in common that it's a fun day, and we do not lack for things to talk about. And I can see why Leanne liked her so much, because she's just such a nice, kind person, and has many of the same interests that I do, so it makes it fun. Anyways, we did not attend the Primitive or the Country Sampler open house, but it was the Tuesday right after, and just fun to see the beautiful shop all decked out, and you could tell the excitement of what must have been there that weekend. Since I have a lot of things that I'm currently working on from that were kitted up by Country Sampler, more Christmas themed, I didn't go along that route, but I did come home with some things, which I'll show you now. So a nice big piece of green wool, and because it's not over dyed, it really was pretty reasonable. And then let's see, I had to get this one, and Oh Starry Christmas Eve by Brenda Gervais. Oh, that's really, they had it kitted up, but because I needed Aztec red for another thing I'm making, and I had most of the floss colors, I just decided not to get the kit. I just got the chart. And so the Aztec red I bought in 40 count, along with some, let's see, 40 count cocoa, because what I need it for, it's the two colors. And I love Aztec red. It just screams Christmas. And then, you know, because I've pieced together a few successful triangles, I don't even call myself a beginning quilter, but Anne assured me that I would be able to make this wreath. And they had the kit for it marked on sale. So that's why I decided I would just go for it. I'm currently working on my autumn leaves, but I may just pack that up and start this instead. If I was smart, I would just keep working on the leaves, because I think I dropped it. I think I would confuse myself if I put that all the way. Really kind of boring what I bought. But you know, like, you saw what I bought at that Stitchery Witchery, how many charts I bought there. So oh, and this I've been looking for these flosses. I thought I took them out. I was toying with the idea of making the house on Peace on Earth, the retreat piece we got from Shakespeare Peddler. Sorry. In overdyed versus just one DMC, but I use cocoa and it has too much orange in it in chunks, and so the more I think about it, I might just keep it as the DMC, because there's variegation in all the bricks and I don't want it to look too crazy busy. And then, you know the rule, if you see Lakeside linen, at least that's my rule, you buy it. So I got a chunk of 36-inch vintage fawn. And then 2 pieces, 40 count. One's vintage exemplar and one's vintage pecan butter. This is the pecan butter. And this one is the vintage exemplar. It's such a pretty color. I guess I didn't show you vintage fawn. So that's where I spent the bulk of my money, but I will be so glad when I'm kitting things up. Like, I want to kit up that Halloween house from Annie, and I'll be so glad to have that for those types of pieces. Alrighty, I have a couple finishes that I'm going to show you real quick. Nothing too big or too major, but still get them crossed off the list. 2 of them are Prairie Schooler Santas. One's 2002 Santa. This one I started in Boston. And 2008 Santa, I'd have to look up again where I started that one. I don't remember. And don't have the heebie-jeebies when I show you my little margins, because I'll definitely can make that work. And this one too, I love these little guys. I stitched these on 25 count vintage country mocha Ugana 1/1. And then my other finish is Home of Needleworker. And this one I think is by Little House Needleworks. And with all the frames I have, I do not have a little square frame. So I need to have my hubby cut one down for me. So plan to do that. Maybe next week sometime. Alrighty, so I've been working on Peace on Earth, Shakespeare's Peddlers. This was the retreat piece. And I can't tell you guys how stunning this was in person. And I started, because I had Teresa put the first stitch in for me. So I started out right in the middle. So did the deer, and then I've just been kind of moving off from there. But I love the bricks in that house. And I am going to pull that cocoa out because I think there's better colors. So the roof will be gone. But it's kind of fun to see how it will be with the roof. So I've got the three upper windows in. So I feel like I'm making good progress. No way will this be done for Christmas this year, but so be it. It'll be done some year. And at least I have a good start on it. So that makes a difference. Let's talk about the stocking, shall we? Yes. I've actually been working on this quite a bit because I'm kind of getting enthused about it. It will not be done this year, but it will be done, I'm hoping, by May for my son-in-law's 40th birthday, if not for sure for next Christmas. And I think you can see that I've made really, really good progress. Look at this little village come to life. Love that. And Santa's crawling out of the chimney. And this is unlike me, because normally I will put the face in because it makes it easier for me to work on. But I think I'm gonna just keep going on this lower part. And so then because everything over the mitten is on the next page. So this mitten, so like this. So I think if I get all this done first, I should be able to just make great progress. And there's a lot of the same color in that snow, and I can't say the bulk of it, but a good percentage of it is 10th stitch with 4 threads, so it really fills in. And yeah, I think that part will go quick. Who am I kidding? Oh, I'll show you my progress. But I love this bag. This was my gift exchange thing I received from Chelsea, Annie B's daughter, last year in our Christmas exchange. So years and years and years ago, I did the fall one of the 4 seasons Prairie Schooler. And right now I'm working on the winter one. I had stitched it a long time ago, but I gave it to my brother. And so I want to use the same frame that I have my fall one in, but so I don't know, I've got a good little start on this. I feel like I do want to get this done for the winter season so I can move on to spring and summer. There we go again with the series. So it's nice, easy stitching. I can't remember what I'm stitching it on, like if it calls for 18 count something. I think I have mushroom Lugana. Not positive on that. This one, oh, I'm making good progress. We had our stitch group had a stitch day, and I actually stitched on one single thing, I think. Yeah, I don't think I switched. Maybe I did, but predominantly on this Plum Street sampler, this Happy Morning. Like digging around for the picture here. It's sweater weather finally. I mean, I feel like usually in Wisconsin it's been sweater weather for a couple months, but geez, oh, here it is. Oh. So I've been working on this for quite a while, and this was a kit that I got at Country Sampler, and I'm kind of proud of where I'm at with it. If I work like crazy, perhaps I could get this done this year. But like these, I was really thinking those trees would be really hard, but they kind of follow the same pattern. So those went in really quick. I think those and the tree under the house I did in an afternoon, so that's not so bad. And I'm slightly off in counting, so that's why I didn't finish this section. I thought I'll leave that for last. And then I have to look because there's a little bit of over one, but it says the letters are over one, but I don't know that they are, if that makes sense. So I'll need to put on my thinking brain and figure that one out. I'm doing all Christmas first, so if you're not a Christmas person, feel free to fast forward for a while and then I'll show my everyday stuff. But I finally divided my WIPS into, of my things that I'm really actively working on, I divided them into like Christmas and everyday stuff. So this is the third one out of the 4 I'm going to stitch of these Prairie Schooler limited edition charts. This one's by the Chimney. Give you a nice long look. And I made good progress on this one. I'm debating, I don't know how it would balance out, maybe that's the problem. But why wouldn't you make the evergreen green? I don't know. Just my thinking. So that I might change. But I haven't done that yet. Just keep plugging away. And I worked on Prairie Schooler Santas a little bit. I can't remember which ones. I think this is this 2013 Santa. I believe I started him in O'Hare Airport. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I think it might be. And I've just got a little start on him. But, you know, once I get the faces in, I start moving along. So I won't show you. But this is the latest one, and then I've got like, oh, I guess that's the back. I've got a couple like floating heads here, so I should get back to them so that I at least can tell which one belongs to which one. I'm so near a finish on Christmas in My Heart by Samplers Not Forgotten. This is another one I bought as a kit at Country Sampler. It's so pretty. And all I really have left to do, I believe, well, I need to look it over again, make sure I didn't forget any berries or anything like that, but I want to put the year in. And then I need to search for a frame, or I don't know if I'll take it in and have it framed. But I love the message of this one, the look of it. As I always say, I love everything about it. It's just a timeless chart. And I will be very pleased to have that up on my wall. I met my goal of getting the alphabet, above the alphabet box done on Dasher and Dancer. This is a Hobby House Press one. And I'm using the Country Sampler conversion, but I'm stitching it on Farm Girl Dry Goods 40 count ironstone. And my goal was to get the alphabet and the design above it done. And I accomplished that. I gotta stop like talking in a sing-songy voice. It's kind of hard to see, but so I think next there's a little alphabet below the big alphabet, and so I think that will be my next plan of attack. Either that or I worked on the tree a little bit, so maybe I'll do the top part of the tree and then some of that. I really enjoy working on this one, but it's a lot of stitches. So someday it will be done. But I really love the combination of the fabric and the floss. I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. Cranberry Christmas. This is another kit from Country Sampler. This is by Artful Offerings. And using my floss book from my friend Suzette. She's so sweet. Met her twice at retreats, but I don't, well, maybe I haven't worked on this since last video. But now that I look at it, I should get it out again. It's cute, and it's little, so it won't be a problem to find a place to put it. The zipper. Stacy Nash Primitives. Maybe I should just shorten it to SNP. SNP. Gathering the Greens Sampler. Once again, a Country Sampler kit and conversion. But I am almost done with the house. And then after that, I'll just go to town, right? I love that gold house with that wreath. Ooh, so pretty. So definitely not a 2024 finish, but I will get there. Okay, what's in this one? This one I need to take out. I'm not sure if I worked on this since the last time. It's a SNP, Stacy Nash Primitives, Mary Pinky. And looks like we have Mary, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think I've worked on this one. I'll show you anyways. Once again, a kit from Country Sampler. So now you totally understand why I did not buy any kits. What's this? Oh, this is another finish. Last year at Farm Girl Dry Goods Retreat, someone stitched these 3 strawberries as a gift exchange. Well, I know I never would have given them away. I don't know. They seem, there's not a lot of stitches, but it seems like enough color changes. So this is by Roveras. What are these called? I don't know. Oh, here. No, I don't know. They're the Christmas strawberries. So I worked on the pink one first, which actually I did on copper lakeside linen. And I'm so happy because I'll have a chunk of it left. But I finished stitching the Jingle Bell one. Look how cute this is going to be. I don't know if I'll finish this, or fully finish, or if I'll wait and finish the other two. That might be 3 years from now, but it's nice to have one of them done. Oops. Let's see what this one, oh! This one might look familiar to you. My friend Margot in our stitching group started this, and then she didn't want to continue, so she brought it and asked if anybody wanted it, and there were no takers. And at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll use it as, I usually can find giveaways for WIPS. Use them as giveaways, and there's people who are more than thrilled to finish them. So it's the Green Coat Santa. Is that his name? Yeah. Green Coat Santa, who is on now been released for general public in a book with other Santa charts. And this one I will finish this year. At least I hope so. Right now, poor guy, looks like an amputee. But I can see why Margot bailed on him, because I've stitched on this guy oodles, and I'm getting close to being done. I know there's some mistakes, but I'll just have to work around it. So he needs his boot, and then there's stuff on the sides. But I'm to the point where he really is getting close to being done. And I don't know if he'll be framed, if he'll be a pillow, flat fold. I don't know. Once he's done, I guess I will just have to let the inspiration take me along. Well, and this one, I know I haven't worked on it. And I should, because it's getting close. But it shows me how much I hate stitching on dark fabric. Carriage House Samplings, 1999 Christmas Samplers. Sampler. Only one. And really, I am getting fairly close. Oops. Don't want to show you the back. Maybe I'll stitch on this guy this afternoon. It is really pretty, and I will be pleased to have it done. So that might be, well, if you'd see the mess around here, I shouldn't do any stitching until I at least get one room cleaned up. I might do a quick pan around here so you can see the reality of how I decorate, because it's not pretty. All right, so I think now we move on to everyday projects. So the Smith sampler, I feel like I will work on this for the rest of my life. By Scarlet House. It's such a beauty. And I'll just keep plugging away on this. I've got really a pretty nice start. I think I stopped working on this because I wasn't sure how. I think this is 40 count one, so I'm stitching it on. Yes, Lakeside. So, here, oops, so you can see it better. Sometimes I wish I had more fingers. Okay, so I'm all the way down to the bottom on the one side. And really, I think the border is definitely the worst. But I'm not sure how this tree is showing up. It looks more red than brown, and maybe I need to go back and look at the color. Make sure that I'm doing it correctly, because I think that's why I stopped. I was just like, not sure how I like that. It's one of those things that you just keep working on it. And sometimes people will say, just keep going. It'll be better. Well, I hope that's true. What do we have in here? Oh, with needle and thread. Another Sampler's Not Forgotten. And again, I'm using the Country Sampler conversion. I've got like stuff piled on my legs. Maybe I'll sit back and relax so it doesn't slide to the floor before I show it to you. And really, I'm moving along quite well on this. There's enough, pardon the wrinkles, but I guess if I pressed every time I did a video, because I am not a monogamous stitcher, I probably would be pressing these too much. So I've kind of gotten away from that. I'm working on Teresa Kogut's Remember Me. And I certainly will remember this one because I just realized yesterday or the day before when I was stitching on it, I have a major screw up. And it makes me angry because, and I don't know how I could have done this without figuring it out. And I might have to rip out the left side stuff. But I have way too many windows. Little panes on this one. It's supposed to be one narrower. I guess you can see there. One narrower. So I don't know. Like, there's no way I could have been counting, or I was counting in my sleep. I don't know. So my door is wider and my window is wider. And I wouldn't feel so bad if I hadn't stitched the pattern there. But because of that, my roof has to be wider. I don't know. This one, I think I'm just going to put away. Put in a timeout, as everyone says. Maybe till after Christmas, when I can be in the mood to do some major ripping. What else do we have here? Oh, Rejoice Always. This is a la-di-da. And I think I did this as a conscious decision, although I don't remember now. But to begin with, I'm stitching this on Cordy's Special Blend 30 count R&R. And I'm just stitching it over one because I want it to look really vintagey and antique-y. But I think the lettering is a darker brown, and I'm definitely not using that. But I think it was because I didn't want it dark brown. But I'm hoping that that's the start of the R. I'm hoping that it won't look like too much of the same color when I'm done. So I'm thinking I almost should keep going with the border and then save the words for last. And by that time, I'll be able to figure out if I would like it with that color or if I should use more of the called for color. And maybe even sticking some other, like, not a bright pink, but a pink type thing. I don't know. Taking these along the side. Yeah, maybe I'll just put them up like that. So, try not to say so, but trying to have my head appear, trying not to say so, keeping tradition. I am stitching this on 36 count winter blue. And I am dropping all my stuff. I think I'm using Maruski's red on it. I love red sampler type things. Just think they're very striking, simple. So I stitched another one that eventually I'd like to have a little wall that contained those sort of things. This one I bought a long time ago, Alphabet en Blanc by Sue Hillis Designs. And I don't have to call her SHD. I guess if I just called Stacy Nash Stacy, everyone would know who I meant anyways. Okay. So, here I go with the sew. Making progress on this. I'm using like a icing or a light colored white Belsois. And I'm looking forward to being done with that. It's mindless stitching, but you still have to pay attention. What's this one? Oh, this one I have not worked on. And I've decided, oh, what did I decide? I don't think I'm going, I should just finish this up. I say that every time I show it, because I'm getting rather close. But once again, I hate stitching on the dark fabric. It's Scarlet House Colonial Blooms. Should have stitched on light, but the contrast of the dark is what I loved about it. I was thinking about like not doing the, like just extending the stems so I have a square and then using it maybe as a panel on a project bag, which I keep talking about making and never do. And I really need to, because like some of my zippers are breaking on my those plastic zipper ones. This is like a report cover thing. I mean, it works, but yeah. I did not know this. It has a flap, so this actually works pretty good for little projects. And let's see, what else do we have in here? More than I thought. So let's see. No, let's just see here. Oh, I just have a very little start on At Home by Brenda Gervais. And basically, this is it. So, no big whoop. I keep trying to, cross my legs, temporarily solve the slippage. So really just working on that border. Hopefully I'm showing you the right side. It's such a pretty piece. So many people have stitched it, and I just need to work on it, get it a little further. But I don't know. I highly doubt a lot of these everyday things are going to get much attention. I did work a little bit more on Teresa Kogut, her Land That I Love, because I love it too. And I'm kind of, I think it'll be a fun one to stitch on this summer, but I did get, I get it all folded, and then I have it folded inside out. I did get I had just a tiny little start, and I at least finished up those flowers. I'm looking, and it's still snowing out there, which, if the weather wasn't going to be in the high 40s in a day or two, I'd be more concerned about. But I think I'm just going to take the approach of letting it melt. So it's a very pretty color, and I think I will thoroughly enjoy getting a little bit further. I don't even know which one this is. It's gonna be surprise. Oh, this is the one I can't pronounce. Heartstring samplery, Venice Cowls. I'm just gonna call it Fenhall. Fenhall. And this one, mostly a tiny, tiny little start. I think I was finishing up the top border, if I remember correctly. And I'm getting into row 2. What's stopping me on this one, I think I want to personalize it. And so because of that comes next, unless I want to do some major counting. I still have some things in my basket of kitted up things that I would like to start. I've probably shown you in the past. I feel like my number of WIPS is fairly manageable. I have no idea where I'm at, but if I had to guess, well under 100. Probably under 50 even. It would be a good question to research, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's see. So life has been good. We spent probably a good 10 days, almost 2 weeks up north at the cabin. So I got some major stitching time in then, which was wonderful. Since then, had our stitch group day or afternoon, and then had a stitch day at a friend's house, complete with a delicious lunch. So that was really fun. I don't have too much coming up other than Thanksgiving. As I mentioned, we're going to my sister's house, so that will be lovely. And in the morning, we're invited to our daughter or our son-in-law's parents' house for their Thanksgiving celebration. So that was very kind of them to include us. I did a fair amount of baking. Oh, I got a new mixer. Ah, I forgot to share that. Yeah, I think I talked about how my old mixer died, and I've been following them online, and finally just one day my biggest decision was what color I was going to get. And you know, I love some of the trendy colors, and really because I keep it in a cabinet, so it's not like out on display. And it's very easy. I can just open the doors of the cabinet, slide it forward, and just, you know, start baking. But so I kept telling myself, this shouldn't be such a hard decision, but there's so many cool colors. And the thing is, I didn't want it to be anything too crazy that will look like, oh, you know, why did you get that? And just even the names, I'm like, I'd look at a name and I'm like, I don't even know what color that is. So anyways, I ended up with a juniper color, which is deep green black, kind of a matte finish. And I really like it. It's fun. I ended up springing for the deluxe accessory pack because for $20 more, I got a shield that keeps splatters down. I got a 3-cup mixing bowl that goes on the stand mixer that will also it'd be good for, like, I use my mixer a lot of times for dips and that sort of thing because I don't have a food processor, so it'll be good for that. And then what else was there? Oh, a pastry paddle, so like if your butter isn't cold like it should be, it incorporates it better. It's got kind of like lines going across. So I spent a couple days testing it out. I wanted to bake for my husband's hunting group, and so I made chocolate chip cream cheese brownies and an apple Bavarian torte for that. And then I made some breads. I made zucchini bread, and I made banana chocolate chip cherry bread. And what else did I make? Oh, for the lunch event, oh my gosh. So I have this, it's called the caramel apple torte recipe. And, you know, really not that difficult because you start out with a spice cake mix. And, you know, I'm a fairly experienced baker, but this was, it was funny. It was definitely a Pinterest fail. And I think I had this, when I was thinking about it more, I think I had this happen before. So anyways, you take the spice cake mix and then add applesauce and, I don't know, what else? You know, eggs and the normal stuff. And then you peel, and I was going to say skin, but I'm like, no, that's not right. You peel the apples and chop them up, and because my apples were small, I had 3, and I'm like, well, they're small, I'm going to put 3 on. But I probably should have baked the dough a little bit longer because the cake definitely was moist when I took it out. So then what you do is I made a homemade caramel sauce, and then you make a filling with, I don't know, cream cheese and Cool Whip and some of this caramel sauce. And So what you do is you split the layers, plop some of the caramel mousse, they call it, onto each of the layers, and then drizzle the rest of the caramel sauce and toasted pecans on top. And it looks very elegant when it's done right. Well, my cake was definitely moist, so it was like falling apart, but that would have been okay. Well, I attempted to put the caramel mousse on, and then I put another layer on. All of a sudden I looked down at it and it's like, grr. And at that point, what I should have done is just put everything in the fridge and let the mousse harden up, because it wasn't necessarily the cake that was causing the landslide. It was, I think, that the mousse hadn't set up. Well, I was just like, no, I kept going for a while. I think I got to layer 3 and then decided it looked like a hot mess. And so then I pulled out one of my mom, who was a caterer, her top secret, not really, but if you have a trifle bowl or any other beautiful bowl, if your dessert is not turning out, like, arrange it in that, and it ends up looking spectacular. So what I did was I kind of scraped as much of the mousse off as I could, and I put the bigger chunks of cake around the outside, drizzled some of the caramel on top of that, and then put the caramel mousse, and then did a couple layers like that. And then the inside part, I just used all the stuff that was more mushed up. And then there was more tart caramel that went over the top, and the toasted pecans, and it looked lovely. It tasted yummy, and I mean, I will include pictures because it would definitely have gone in the Pinterest fail pile. But if anyone's looking for a good fall cake recipe, because most of the world still thinks it's fall, it'd be good for Christmas too. But yeah, let me know, and I'll take a picture, or I'll send you the link to the pin, because that's even easier. All right, so what else? No, I'm gonna finish decorating, and then I have some finishing to do. I've been walking with my neighbor ladies, which has been nice. Get outside, and today is just a snow day, so enjoying the beauty of the winter white out there, and the fact I don't have anywhere that I have to go, but put on the ski sweater for you. Remember when these were more ski sweaters? I was thinking as I put this on, if any of you are my age, do you remember, like, in grade school, matching your tops to your, like, knee socks? I don't know why that came up in my brain, but it was like, oh yeah, I do remember that. Because I got some socks as a Christmas gift that really matched this sweater almost perfectly. So I always feel very coordinated when I put them on, although I don't have them on right now. I've got little striped socks that I was looking for the match for so long, and then I just found it yesterday, and I'm like, oh yay, hooray. So I put them on. Why not? Oh boy, yeah, so this has turned into, you know, chit chat. Hope you don't mind. Yeah. But I can't really show you my house yet. Well, this might be embarrassing, but I will just do a quick pan of the room as I'm looking at it. I still have like a fall tablecloth on my dining room table in the midst of all this craziness. But I think now I have everything except my village up in the living room, dining room, so I can kind of clean up the mess in here. And yeah, go on to the next room. 2 out of my 3 trees had light issues this year, which did not make me happy. Especially, I like the little red lights to put on my snowman tree with the white lights so that it just, you know, lightens up the green background of the evergreen. And those are the ones that, like, half the strand was working, and then I tried to pull it off to diagnose what was wrong, and it made it so none of them worked. I'm like, oh, I hate that when it happens. So then I was looking at the stores online, and none of them had just the all red lights. So Amazon won out. I hate to always use that as my first line of defense, but sometimes it's worth the, you know, probably $2 extra that I would have saved going from store to store. Anyways, now this has turned into a major ramble. So I'm just going to end this now. I probably have forgotten to tell you things. I hope to be back well before Christmas. Maybe I'll do my late night recording. Yeah, maybe I won't. I don't know. Could be daytime. Who knows? But yeah, trying to get the calendar all set up for the Christmas festivities. It's like, it always seems like, you know, you don't get together with people all year round, and then there's, you know, this group and that group, but that's wonderful because, you know, you need to foster those relationships, and yeah. So have a great Thanksgiving, whether you're making turkey or just going somewhere else or just staying home and eating takeout, or I don't know if there's takeout open on Thanksgiving. Sure there is, but or frozen dinner. And please continue to fill the world with love. Bye. Oh. Now, I know most of you would have the heebie-jeebies that I'm even doing a video while my living room looks like this, but yeah. But it's okay. You know, if I don't do it now, then I'll put it off for another day. And yeah, it's just how it is. So one of these days I'll get new furniture too, but you know, it is what it is, as the saying goes. And if you guys don't use like a step stool for decorating, it makes it so much easier. And then the other thing I have, this is called a Gorilla. It's like for construction guys, but it's like a long platform. Awesome, because you can walk around. Like when I put my, let's zoom out again. When I put my garland up, and then I could walk along and just put it up without going up and down 25 times. So, and then there's the little crystal trees. I started collecting these, and I will put that in quotes in my voice, back, I don't know, probably in like the 90s. And then I just started, if I'd see them at a thrift store, I'd pick them up. I mean, originally I think they were fairly expensive, but I've added like, you know, the paper tree or little cheap ornaments or whatever in. And I love it when there's snow outside. It just kind of brings it in. Okay, that is all.